Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Good to be back. Debate shows. You know how we get down. Let's get straight into it, man. Jalil, what are you telling me, my guy?
Yeah, man, good man. It's good to be back, boys. I can't lie. It's good to be back talking about stuff and getting a bit. Yeah, just getting into it. I'm sure there'll be a few scraps today, man. But it is what it is. Let's go, man.
Let's go, 100%. My guy Rash, what are you telling me, man?
What's going on, man? Happy to be here, man. Alhamdulillah. Got a lot to get into today. Looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. Hope you're doing well. How you feeling?
I'm all better, man. I'm glad COVID's gone now, innit? So we
Good,
move in
good.
it. We move, we
We
move.
move.
So no, I appreciate that, man. And Jeff, what are you saying, my guy?
Yeah, man, all good, all good. Last episode before Christmas and that.
Yeah.
So let's get into it, man.
Yeah, man, no, 100%, man. Let's get into it. Obviously, people smash the likes as you get in. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe as always. So we know what it is today. We're going to be ranking the summer signings so far. We got our tiers as usual. So we've got at the top, we've got doing the business that's created by Jalil. We've got positive start. Next, we've got steady. After that, we've got fraud watch. And then last but not least, we've got cut your losses. Might be harsh for some of them, but we got to tell it as it is. So, Jalil, first up, we've got. Let me just make sure I can see properly because it's even a bit small for me. Let me zoom in. We've got Leon Bailey, Aston Villa. They signed him for 30 mil. There was a lot of hype. I think teams like Arsenal and stuff like that were linked with him in the past. Everyone was like, "Raw, Villa got him." Been a bit of inconsistent start. He's had some injuries. Where would you put him, Leon Bailey? How do you think he's done so far?
Started all right, innit? He started all right. He came in. I know there's a game where he came in as a sub and he scored.
Yeah,
Ain't really been hearing his name ringing bells, man. We say this all the time. Like we got to be real. Prem's a different ball game to the Bundesliga. He was ripping it there. It's good to see a Jamaican doing the business as well. I know he plays for the national team as well. Fashionable guy. He seems like a good lad, to be fair. But for me, I'm going to say, just because it's early and we ain't really heard his name ringing bells, but we know what he's about, I'm going to say steady, man. Chill. Steady.
okay.
Yeah.
Steady
Standard.
for Bailey. Rash, what
Yeah.
are you saying?
Bailey, yeah, as Jalil was saying, he hasn't featured a lot, but it's I think mainly due to injury. He picked up a bit of a knock as well at the beginning of the season. But what I have seen from him when he has been on the pitch, it's been very positive. The build-up play that they've got going, which made Aston Villa quite dangerous at the start of the season. Um, so I think he's had a good start. He's shown what we already know what he's about, but he's come to the Prem and actually put himself about and showed what he can do here as well. I think he's even scored. I think he scored
Yeah,
since
he
he's
has
come as
scored.
well,
Yeah,
hasn't he? So
yeah,
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 he's to me, he's had a positive start. Do you know what I'm trying
yeah.
to say?
Okay,
Just want to see a little bit more from him. That's it.
okay, cool. Rash is going positive start, and Jeff.
I'll probably have him in steady. Like he hasn't been on the ball. We know he's good, and just in terms of like the system and whatnot, he hasn't quite adjusted yet. But it's not really his fault when you're injured every couple of games. I think he's injured now. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he is. Yeah,
it's just gonna take a while for him to click. So ability wise, we know he's good. So I think it's a few players that there's another Villa player in here who hasn't quite clicked yet, and it's just because they're just not quite there yet. Like they used to go through Grealish, now they're going through different players. So steady for me for Leon Bailey.
yeah. I would have gone steady simply because Rash is right. He has shown a lot of good glimpses, but just getting too many injuries at the moment. His body, um, and he was a bit injury prone at Leverkusen as well, so that might be one to watch out for if you're Aston Villa. But I would say steady at the
Mm-hmm.
moment. Big up Jester in the building saying put him in the blue section, so he's agreeing as well, going with steady as well. So let me do that real quick. Bailey goes in steady. All right, next up we got Ben White. Obviously, £50 million signing for Arsenal. After the first game, everyone was calling him Ben Shite against Brighton, but I think it's fair to say he's bounced back from that pretty well. So, Rash, I'll let you do the honors of this one. Oh, actually, Rash has just popped off. Oh, Rash is back. Yeah. Rash, I'll let you do the honors on this one. Where would you put Benjamin White?
Now he had a rough start. Yeah, and straight away I was just like, oh man, he's just not levels. He's not what we thought he could be. But from the moment I said he's not levels, he became levels. Like he's been good.
Yeah.
Like he's good on the ball. He brings the ball out of the fence into the midfield very well as well. He's confident on it. He moves with a little bit of a nonchalance when he's on the ball. Like he's very confident in his ability, and he's got a lot of ability. I think he's been doing good. It's still early, but I'm really liking the partnership that him and Gabriel have, and that's actually been pivotal to Arsenal's current success as well. I would say a positive start. However, he had quite a negative one at the beginning, So I'll say steady just based on that, because he has mistakes in him that we've already observed. Do you understand? Rather than we're still seeing if he's got mistakes in him. We've actually seen them in him. So at the moment, we want to see if the positives in him have outgrown those mistakes and that they are finished now, that those type of things don't happen again. So yeah, I'll say steady for him.
Yeah, that's fair. Jeff, what are you saying?
See, I'll probably go positive start with Ben White. Like first game, we all got bossed in that game against Brentford, and then Tony showed that he can do this with the best of him anyway. And then he had COVID and whatnot, and then he started to settle into his football. So I think since him and Gabriel started to settle, which is probably say 10, 11 games, maybe 12. But he's looked good, comfortable in the ball, pretty good defensively. Still things I'd like to see that could get better, but he's still a very young defender when I think about it. He's only 23 years of age, but been a lot of positive signs so far. So I'd go with a positive start so far.
Positive start, yeah. All right, Jalil, what are you saying? Ben White.
You know me, I won't call him Ben White. I call him Ben Cocaine. That kid needs a drug test. Those first 3 games weren't it, and I'm with you. I can understand why you're not saying positive start there. But for me, the consistency, the levels he set, what he's done, I think I've got to go for a positive start for this one, I think. I don't think I've got much more to say on that, man. Positive start for me, man. You can't have all those clean sheets compared to your Chelsea didn't even got that many. Your favorite Chelsea defender ain't got that. Your favorite City, let me not go there. But your Liverpool, your favorite Liverpool defender ain't got that. So I'm just saying, clean sheets is key. The way he plays out. Yes, the first 3 games he weren't there, Chief, but we've seen him now, man. He's had more positives than negatives, in my opinion. To say steady, I'm not going to say steady. I'm going to say positive start because we know what he can do now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd agree he's had more positives than negatives. I'd still say his defending in the box is quite worrying, though. I think in the box, he loses a man quite often. His decision making is not the best. But like you said, overall, I would say maybe I'll just lean to positive start as well because the start was very bad, but he has stepped up since then. But he does need to improve in box defending because, it's questionable sometimes. I can't lie. He's good on the ball, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, one slight tackle of a mistake against who's we playing?
What, Leeds?
Yeah, Leeds. Is it gonna make if I rate someone as this is just me. I'm not even gonna say anyone else. But if I rate someone like Ramos, for example, who's done more wilder shit than that. Do you know what I mean? Then I can't criticize him. I can't criticize him for one slight tackle in the box. I understand where you're coming from, but there's another thing about him that people deemed him not to be good at, and that was obviously against that Ivan Toney, and said, he can't handle the beefy guys. Do you know what I mean? He can't handle the big guys. They'll have him. And we look back to what he done to Antonio. Let's be real. He's your Tyson Fury kind of person. When I say that, he's an awkward boxer. He'll knock you out. Yeah. Antonio is awkward footballer. He's an awkward footballer. He gets the goals for some reason. He's in the right places and he makes it awkward for any defender. You don't want to defend someone like that who could just do a flick. It might work. It might not. But you get what I'm saying? Like White handled him. I'm just saying, quiet. Sorry.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. But there's no doubt that the way I would say Ben White and Gabriel complement each other well in the sense that Gabriel's definitely the better defender, but Ben White's definitely the better one on the ball. So that's how they're kind of complementing at the moment. So it's working well. I'm not gonna take that away from Ben White. He's doing better than I expected. So
Yeah, and you know
I
what?
think
Just
yeah,
on what
positive
you
start.
were
Let's go for
saying
that.
as well,
Let's go for
John.
that. We
Yeah,
just signed him for quite a lot actually.
Hey, John, you're lagging, you
Yeah.
know. Is it just me? Is it John lagging?
Yeah.
he is.
John, you're lagging. You might need to come out and go back in, bro. You're lagging. Because Rash was talking at the same
Oh, am
time.
I
And I
lagging?
think you're lagging. I think you're like at least 8 seconds behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Go
go.
on,
There
Rash,
we
what
go.
did you say?
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that as what John was saying about his in the box play, and he's a bit worried about that. Mine's about his positioning in the box. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I find the problems. When the ball comes over the top through a cross or something like that, it's a lot of the times it's as if he hasn't seen the man that's coming in behind. So he will leave it as if it's just going to go by. He hasn't sensed the danger in the box. And it's those little things that make me think, okay, this is a bit of a wire, because when he does it, if Tommy isn't there to like cover that, or the keeper doesn't make a good save, what happens is that the opposition scores, and they've scored a few times from that like identical play. It just going across the box, him thinking that he's secure and he's not sensing danger, leaving it, and there's a player behind him and they slot in the goal. And that's the only thing that makes me worry about it. And obviously it must be something that's probably been picked up. A good manager would have picked that up already.
Of course.
And there has been better performances. However, I've seen those things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I've seen them. They've happened a few times, and I just want to see it not happen. Do you know what I mean? Or not happen so often. And that's what I want to see. And that's why I say he's steady to me. It's been very positive. Like you said, there's been a lot more positives than negatives. But if I can see the negatives, I don't like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I need.
One thing I'll say quickly, if it's okay. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to dwell on White too long here. However, you both made a good point. So Rash, you said something about what he's lacking, and John said it's a partnership that they complement each other. And I think if we look at all the best defenders, all the best defenders have always had a good partner. Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe that stuff that he's lacking, maybe we don't know, to be fair, but we see it as football fans. Gabriel should be filling in for that, because I've seen where balls have gone over the top and he's left it because he knows Gabriel can handle it. Like I can't remember the fella's name from Leeds, the Brazilian fella, ran and then Gabriel dealt with it. Yeah, because he knows that he's quicker and he's stronger. Just give me the ball back, and he gave it straight to White. So White sometimes leaves shit because he relies on his man. I'm sure when it comes to passing, Gabriel always gives it to White because he's stronger there.
Yeah,
so that's maybe where it is. But it's good to have that kind of balance, I guess, from the two.
Well, in that aspect as well, look, for me as a defender, sometimes you've got to always just put your body in the way and not be confident that someone's going to deal with it after you. You've got to actually be the man. If you can be the one to eliminate that danger, then it's got to be you. You can't be relying on the man behind you. And that's all. I just think he just needs to get that out of his game.
Yeah, and I think to move on from Ben White, I think you could see that a bit when Arsenal were 1-0 up. Rafinha missed a big chance, and when he cut in from Tierney, Ben White was the one behind him, and he let Rafinha take another step way too easy.
Yeah,
like he literally just
like he left him.
Kind of let someone go inside thinking I got someone else next to me. He
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah,
And Rafinha usually buries those. Then it's 1-1. Ellen Road. It's a different game, so fine margins. But
It was both their fault. So I'm just gonna let you know that.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Of course.
Tierney's not
Tierney's
blameless.
not here.
Tierney should never let that happen as well.
I thought Tierney was getting. I thought Tierney was getting.
No, he ain't letting Tierney.
You know how you feel about him,
We ain't letting Tierney.
Okay. Because we saw. Yeah.
We ain't letting Tierney. But yeah. All right, cool.
You know me. I've got to take. I've got to deal with it.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm playing.
All right, listen. All right, so we got Daka next. So big signing for Leicester, but he ain't really played much this season. When he has, he's scored goals, but I think Roger still prefers Vardy for now. So what would you give Daka, Jeff?
He's steady to me as well. Like when he plays, looks good. Intelligent player. He's quick too. Can play wide or he can play up top. Vardy's 34, man. So as the season goes on, Vardy can't play every game. And Leicester got options. They got Iheanacho, they got Daka, and Daka looks like he could take the mantelpiece from a Vardy eventually. Like it's not gonna be like Vardy's a Prem legend, man. Any way you look at it, so it's gonna take a little while, but the signs and when he plays, he does look good, man. Like he's played the last few games and look sharp, man. Does some intelligent stuff. So we haven't got like a whole like body of work to go off, but he ain't a fraud or anything to me. Like from what I've seen, he's looked good. So it would be steady again for me.
Okay. Rash, Jalil, any disagreements on Daka? Oh. No thoughts on Daka, yeah?
No disagreements there.
no.
I agree with Jeffrey. I haven't really seen enough of him to actually, give a true opinion about his ability. But what I've seen from him, he's been good when he's come on. A couple of times he's been made quiet in the game. I think particularly against Arsenal and others, he didn't really get a chance to exercise what we know him for. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I think with more game time and experience of the Prem, he will. And he just has to be given that time. But when he is on the pitch, he's a good player. He isn't, like Jeff said, he's not a fraud. So
Yeah. No, that's fair. Who we got next? Danny Ings. Now I think Villa signed him for 25 mil. A lot of hope around Danny Ings. Could he make something with Ollie Watkins? Hasn't quite worked out. I don't think he started the last couple of games as well. He scored a banger earlier this season, I think a bicycle kick. But outside of that, he ain't really been too involved. So Jalil, what would you give Danny Ings so far?
Yeah, this was one of the ones I was struggling on because
This one's tricky.
the reason why, but I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna be honest and say I'm gonna give him steady, yeah. But the reason why I was going to forward watch is because you come off Southampton, top goal scorer for your club, yeah. You've been doing the business for quite a while. When you come to a Villa team, obviously you're lacking your best player, which was Grealish. Imagine Danny Ings with Grealish right behind him. You're laughing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, he's not there, so you can't directly blame him for not getting the goals. However, he has been very quiet in the games he has been playing in. I guess Ollie Watkins was meant to be dropped for him, and now he's been dropped for Ollie Watkins and not Watkins getting the goal. So I could have put him on forward watch, but I feel like only because he's played around half the season, still steady. Maybe we need to see a bit more. But if he played more than half the games in the season, I need to double check that. But if he played more than half the games in the season, then yeah, man, he'll be on forward watch for me, man. Because you haven't been doing nothing to you're forward at the moment, But you're not dead. You're on forward watch,
Yeah. No, I agree. Rash, what are you saying?
I ain't afraid. Yeah,
Yeah,
I ain't afraid. Look, we like Ings because we know what he can do and what he's done in the past and his ability, his technical ability, his goal scoring ability is brilliant. Yeah, we know this. So that's what we expect from you. So when you're going to be the main guy, your only competition really in the squad is Ollie Watkins. We're expecting you to be ahead of him. Do you know what I mean? And play better than him. Unfortunately, it's been too easy to close Danny Ings out of games.
Yeah.
Till the fact that he just disappears and he's not noticeable and he gets subbed, then we're just like, okay, so what? Do you know what I mean? So what? We don't know if they're clapping to see him leave the pitch or clapping for the new guy to come on. Either way, they're not clapping because he's had a good performance. So bearing in mind what we can get from him and thinking that this was actually a really good move for Villa to actually go for Danny Ings. And when he actually went for him, we were saying, wow, they're actually on smoke because they're making some key signings in the right positions that to make a system that works. But he's not doing his job. So at the moment, Danny Ings is on forward watch. And that's what it is for me.
Yeah. Jeff, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'll probably have him on fraud watch, but it's not. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's a panic buy. Honestly, because when he plays wide. He's not like he did that at Liverpool. It didn't really work out. He's not a wide man. Like he's more a normal number 9. Like
Yeah.
he needs to be in and around the box. And I think Ollie Watkins just works better for the system because he works well. He's tall, rangy,
Quicker.
bit quicker.
Yeah.
And he's fit all of the time. So Watkins probably just fits better for Villa. I don't actually think it's his fault as to why he hasn't been good. Like he's played way less minutes than Watkins, and when he does play, he's like out wide and just in weird positions that he shouldn't really be in. Like he's not really a player who's gonna dictate the pace of the game from out wide. Like he's not that. Like if anything, it should be like an Aubameyang type thing off the left, like when it was successful anyway, rather than the ball going out to him and you're expecting him to cross, and it just don't make no sense. So thinking about now, like we're like approaching halfway, I think this Villa just maybe haven't spent that money as well as they could have. Like Ings probably was better off staying at Southampton and waiting for a more natural move. But I understand why you would do it because it's like a revolution, isn't it? You're thinking, all right, Grealish is gone. Maybe there's a little window here. Maybe we'll play 2 up top. And you're coming under and and you're coming in under a new manager. Like you're coming in under Dean Smith. Now he's gone. So who's to say that Ings could even be gone in a year? Who knows? Like I think he's on fraud watch, but I don't actually think it's his fault.
Yeah, I would have him on fraud watch, but I think it's important to clarify. None of us here think Ings is a fraud.
Nah.
He's just been a fraud since he's got to Villa. It hasn't worked out for him.
He's a Prem striker for sure. It's just not.
He's a Prem striker, 100%. We've seen it. I just think, I don't think anyone blamed Aston Villa for signing him. No one blamed him for going there. But now you look at it, it's like, did they really need him? They probably should have spent more money trying to get someone like Ward-Prowse that they wanted to get out of. That might have done them better than Danny Ings. But Danny Ings for now, fraud watch, but everyone rates him as a player. So I'm sure he'll bounce back. If not, he'll definitely get a move elsewhere, no doubt. We got Ed in the chat saying Ben White positive start. So he's a bit surprised Ben White is that high. No surprise there. No surprise
from Ed there, bro.
Yeah, no surprise. All right, Rash. We got Dennis next, the Watford man.
My guy.
He's been doing bits this season. I think in terms of the famous goal involvements, he's up there. But even when you watch him play, it's not even the stats. He's actually a threat. Pretty skillful. They signed him for cheap as well, not a lot. I forgot who they signed him from. It was someone like Bruges or something. But he's been very good, man. So I'll leave it to you. Where do you think Dennis belongs?
Look, for the team that he's been signed to and the assignment that he's been given, okay, and the way he's put himself about, as you've mentioned, all the things that you mentioned previously, he's got good skills. He's on top of the defense. He's constantly a threat. He's good off the ball. His positional play is really good. He's very good at closing down players as well. And he's actually been like, when Watford are playing well, he's playing well, you know, and I've seen that, or he's on the pitch. So at the moment, I would actually say he's had a positive start.
Okay. Positive start for Dennis. Jeff, what are you saying?
Doing the business for me.
I was tempted, Jeff. I was tempted.
To me, he ain't done.
Tempted.
If Watford stay up, he's everything to do with it. Like
facts.
Like when I saw like Dini had gone, you're thinking, Dini might not be the most technical of footballers, but just that spirit might be needed. But hey, man, Dennis is he's got a lot of quality, man. He's not gonna stay there. He's not gonna be there that long. Like he can play out wide again, and he looks good out wide, and he looks equally as good through the middle. Like he's quick, makes some smart runs, good in the air, and he got 7 goals, 5 assists at Watford so far. Like they ain't no mean feat, man. I think he's doing the business, man. I think he's probably in my top 3 of those signings so far this year.
Okay, cool. And Jalil, what are you saying, man? You're Nigerian, brother.
I
What are
want,
you
I wanted
saying?
Jeff to say, I wanted Jeff to say positive start so I can give him doing the business, man. I wanted him to be the one. No, I
You
just
can
think-
do that, bro.
Yeah, your slogan. I know.
Hey, John, we spoke about this, but the thing
Yeah.
is, I was sitting here thinking, hey, boys, just say something. I was thinking, oh man, I want to be the one because this guy, yeah, I can't even say too much because I think Rash and Jeff have said it all, but he's an issue, bro. And that Watford, he can go to any top two and do the business. Let's be real. So yeah, for that reason alone, and he's positive vibes to Watford as well, man. You really know what time it is, man.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Jeff
Yeah,
beat me to it. Jeff beat me to it, though, man. Fuck's sake, bro.
Yeah. I
My bad, bro.
think Rashford has said it too, but he didn't want to sound too generous. But now,
Yeah.
But now, I think doing the business, he's been class for Watford. I can't even lie. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Big up, Dennis. Smash the likes, people. What we say? We got next. The Curry. Interesting one. Everton. Yeah, do you know? I mean, I don't think he's been too bad, but I'll let you have your say on the Curry. What do you think?
Man, he's not. You're right. He ain't been doing too bad because one of the main reasons why they were doing so good at the beginning of the season, in particular, was based on the midfield of him and Allen. And then when you start to look at them, you start to think, God, you can't break these guys down, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's going to be difficult. Keep it nice and short and sweet. I still see stuff in him, even, the Arsenal game, I don't want to speak about it too much, but, and a few other games he's been doing well, man. So I'm going to go for me personally, positive start from him. He's a good fit to that team, a very good fit to that team as well at that point. So, yeah, I'm going to say, positive start from him.
Okay, Rush?
Yeah, I can't disagree. He's solid. He's good with their build-up play. He fits their system. When he is on the pitch, they play well. They have had a little dip, but when they are playing positive football, he's involved. So I'd say, he's had a positive start. He's one of the people that I was even saying, hey, I wouldn't even mind a Doucouré at Arsenal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what I mean? So I'm expecting good from him. It hasn't been as good as I've expected because Everton aren't performing as well as I thought they would be as well. However, I think he's had a positive start. Yeah, I'll drop him there.
Yeah. Jeff, any disagreements?
No, I'm just trying. Was the Corey this year or last year?
This year.
I think it was last year,
He didn't play for Everton last year. Didn't Benitez sign him?
I'm sure he was. I
Before
think
Ancelotti signed him.
Was it Ancelotti?
I think so.
Oh.
Now I'm thinking about. I'm trying to think because if he didn't sign, or if he did sign this year, then I had it in my mind that he was last year, and that means he's just been that comfortable. But I actually thought it was last year.
Yeah, if that's
someone
check. If that's scary, then I thought it was this year because I don't remember him doing anything for Everton last year.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, it is last year. He got signed. He played the whole 2020, 2021 season.
Wow.
Football just kind of just fused together, innit? So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
It's COVID, man.
Yeah, I feel like Ancelotti didn't play him that much.
Destroyer of time.
Yeah, I feel like Ancelotti must not have played him that much, but that's fine. We can skip past the Curry. Who's after the Curry? Oh, Edward. Okay, Edward, Palace Don. There was a stage where a lot of Arsenal fans were kind of wouldn't have minded having him at the club. He obviously had a great start, scoring 2 against Spurs on his debut. He scored against. He actually has scored against Arsenal. But apart from that, he's kind of been finding out with Benteke. Some games he's played out wide. So, Rash, what would you give Edward?
Bruv, Arsenal fans are just hungry, we were thirsty. You just want some. You know what I mean? You've been deprived.
Take anything, fam.
Yeah, take anything. Like, look, I like Edward. I've always thought he's a bit clumsy on the ball. Very unorthodox style of play that he has. Do you know what I mean? But he has started his Palace tenure very well. Scored a couple of goals. Had a couple of assists as well. He doesn't start every game. Doesn't participate in every game as well. Sometimes he's come on late in the game too. But when he comes on, there's bags of energy. There's a lot of creativity that comes from him as well. To me, coming to a new club that's got a new manager and a new system, learning new things, I think he's adapted quite well. So the thing is, I think he's had a better start than Daka
Young Bailey.
and Bailey. Yeah, I'll give him a positive start.
Okay, Jeff.
Probably go steady. Like, I think when he came on against Spurs and got the 2, he looked good. But there's also been some games where he doesn't look as sharp. But I think that's probably because he's playing out wide when he shouldn't be. Like, when he was at Celtic and stuff, he was a natural number 9, right? Like, he was an out and out forward. So
Yeah, but he's never been sharp.
I think he is. Like, he's not quick, but I think there's a difference between like sharp and like quick. Like, his touches and stuff is not bad. Like, he's not bad on the ball. I just don't think he should be playing wide. But Benteke started okay. Like, there's not many goals, but he started okay. Like, just as a focal point up there. So for now, I'll say steady. I think as
I don't think he's played
Palace
wide that
goal.
often, you know, Jeff.
I know he did for sure against like Arsenal, and then he gets subbed on.
I think that's because they wanted to do that overkill up top with him, Teke, and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I think he gets subbed off a lot as well.
Him
like, you
and
don't finish
Teke.
your games, and then he gets subbed on just in random places. So like, he might come on up top, but how much can you really affect the game in that with 20 minutes to go? Because even when you check his like minutes played, for the amount of games he's been involved in, it's nothing. Like, he barely plays realistically. So I think just as Palace get better and Vieira gets more comfortable, Benteke will naturally drop and he will start to play more. But I think, all in all, it's probably just been a steady start. Like, good flashes in some games, but overall, I think it just balances out.
Okay, Angelo?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see him very similar. He's not on forward watch, but I see him very similar to Ings, where you're meant to come in from Celtic, doing the business. You're meant to be the guy for Palace. But Benteke's been keeping him out, and he's been coming on as a sub. And him scoring those goals, I remember those 2. I don't want to disrespect them, but no, but I can't even say Ed Ketia goals because he scored some nice goals. I mean, with them 3 key goals,
that's what I mean by he's messy, bruv. Like, to me, it's just a bit messy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone tried to compare him to Lacazette, and Lacazette's more tidy and more.
Bro, that's a mad comparison.
That's
that
for disrespected still.
Yeah. So when Arsenal, I remember this conversation. I need to find out where it was. But I remember a conversation about get rid of Lacazette, bring in Edward.
I remember that conversation was a thing. That conversation was a thing. That conversation was a thing. That conversation was a thing.
It was a silly conversation to be had. Now that I'm seeing it, do you get what I'm saying? So Arsenal fans are crazy. Crazy. But we want anyone, like, once soon as Lacazette goes cold, everyone's like, oh yeah, fuck him. But like, look what he's been doing for us. He's been really good. But people just forget about the good parts. As soon as one negative happens, everyone turns negative. So it is what it is. That's football.
True.
So for me, I'm gonna go with steady, man. On the guy, man. I don't think I expect someone who's been killing it in the Scottish league to come in and then put Benteke in the bench and Benteke's put you in the bench. And Benteke's been playing well, so I'm not gonna cost Benteke in that instance, if that makes sense.
Might I add this to what you guys are saying now? Because I think this might be. Do you think this might just slightly be a curse for him? The fact that he came off the bench, scoring those goals, that he 100%. may have been considered now as an off the bench kind of impact player.
I don't know if it's that, but I think the goals are a curse because now when you don't score, like when you have 2 in your debut, it kind of sets a tone. Like, and if you don't keep up to it, then people are gonna look at you like, he's dead, man. He banged the 2, but bro, he ain't done shit since. But I just think there's more variables to it. Like, I don't think it's just that.
Plus, he came in with a lot of hype. I mean, he was linked with Arsenal and Leicester too. So for Palace, they was considered a bit of a coup. So I can't lie. That's why I put him steady, because he should have been dislodging Benteke. I know Benteke has always had ability, but the last few years he's been dead. So,
But also,
Yeah.
none of us know the assignment over at Palace that's been given to these guys as well. At the same time as well, Ayu's
True.
always played out wide when he's played centre forward at times when in his previous clubs as well. He, do you know what I mean? So we don't know what the manager's ideas of a front three and what he really wants from them as well. And that's the only thing I can say. And plus, Teke came back firing. He said, "No, I've lost my place. I've lost my place." No, boom,
he
boom,
was
boom,
on it for a
boom.
little bit.
I was like, "Wow, my man scored more goals this season than he has in like 6. It's mad." So like, he's on it. He's been on it.
Trust. All right, who's next? All right, let's do the next two quick. Just give me the place straight away. All right, that's Emerson Royale, the Spurs right back. Spurs signed him for 30 million. Rash, what are you giving him? I know where I'm putting him.
I would say, he's I'd say forward watch for this guy still.
100%. Jeff?
Yeah, heavy fraud watch still.
Yeah. Jalil?
I free my guy Doherty, man. Bring him back in the squad, man. What's this guy doing? You get it, like.
Yeah, no, I like Jeff's description. Heavy fraud watch. Yeah, he's close to cut your losses already.
Trust me, I was tempted to say it.
I don't get it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand. Like I watch him, like you can normally see something like in a player. Like, all right, he's got something. It might just take a while.
I don't see nothing.
Honestly, I don't know. Like Tanganga and them man are just as good.
Yeah.
And that's why they play. Like Royale just looks like. I don't know what to say about him. The only good thing to say is he came from Barcelona.
It's to the point where I even see his name on the back, I'm like E. Like, oh, shut up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for that. Trust me, he's close. He's close to cut.
He's close. But yeah, smash the likes, people. Big up Jamie in the building said Edward has more goals than Lackard. Don't even bring that bum up.
There you go.
We ain't getting chicken by now. We ain't getting chicken. We move, guys. We move, Jamie. There's a couple of United guys coming up anyway, so if you might want to get them back, they're coming up. All right, Damari Gray, Jeff. Let's make it quick. Damari Gray.
I'm actually gonna go positive start. I think he's probably one of the better signings from Benitez this year. Looks like he's matured a bit. Looks like he could probably be their main man with some consistency. So yeah, I'll go positive start.
Yeah. Any disagreements?
I
he wasn't far from doing the business.
No, I'm gonna say it. I think he's doing the business for the reasons of. I don't know his stats, but I think if I'm not mistaken, he's like in almost double figures in goals, almost.
What?
And
double figures?
I don't think so.
I don't think double figure. I think it's like 5 or 6, but still, that's a lot of.
I didn't even think it was that much. I thought it was 4, but yeah.
Wait, let me just check.
I thought it was like 5, but yeah,
Maybe.
it's not.
5
I don't
goals.
think it's double figures.
5.
5 goals. Yeah.
5 goals.
Yeah.
2 assists. Still good.
Still though, for Everton, that's a lot.
That's good.
Still good.
Positive start. Just because of the fight he brings and the way he plays, you can tell that he's upset for not getting games in Leicester and that. Yeah, I'm a little positive start, man. I jumped the gun there. Apologies, boys. Apologies.
No worries, man. No worries. We got the 100 million man next.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. I mean, who wants to go? Jalil, do you want to take Jack Grealish? I mean,
yeah, man. For me.
He said for me.
He was gonna say something funny. I can tell.
No,
fair for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard not to put him. Like I'm between two, and like you can imagine the two. He's obviously doing the business and put it start. For me, it's hard not to put him in those two categories. One of those categories based on we know what he could do for Aston Villa. For a team like City, it's not easy just get in there and do the business as I say, but he's been doing the business kind of. But no, fuck it, he's doing the business, man. He's not a stats man. I'm not gonna go
shit.
I'll tell you why. He's a positive. He makes a positive effect to the game now, man. He's not a stats man. And I'll say one thing as well. Yeah, he's a good player, £100 million player, and Pep had the guts to drop him for going out drinking with Foden, and he dropped 2 of his best players who've been both kind of in form of doing the business, right? And I'm just saying, if that was Mikel, people will be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be saying that. Don't come out their business. They were not drinking this shit." I'm just saying.
Hey, I wouldn't have said nothing about that. So
people do say, we see it in group chats. Oh, why is Mikel Owen out of business? But when it's Pep, it's like everyone's like, oh, that's the guy. He's sick. Just saying, I put that out there anyway.
fair enough. Nah,
Shit,
don't
man.
put Pepe. Don't put Pepe.
I said doing the business.
Right.
No.
Shit.
All right, Rash. What are you saying? Are you gonna put Grealish in doing the business as well? 'Cause I ain't.
No. I'm just not. No offense,
I
Kay,
said no.
but it's just not happening. No. And the reason why it's not because Grealish has been like pants. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Here he is.
So he hasn't been doing the business, but he hasn't been doing pants either. Yeah. He's been doing what you can expect from him, but to me it's just bare minimal from his ability, from what he can do. So he's got a couple of goals with City, he's got a couple of assists. I think I don't know what it is with him, because I was saying everyone was saying, oh, he's not worth it and he ain't been doing this stuff at City. I was like, no, he's actually been playing well, because he's been playing well. Do you know what's actually getting on my nerves? I don't think he's doing what he's told. Because I look at
holding the ball too long.
Yeah, we know how Pep likes the game to be played. We know his system, we know his style, and we see how the others play. To me, I'm just like, why are you not doing as you're told? You're holding on to the ball way too long. You're even holding on to it longer than you usually do. Like, stop, man. You got man them there, play the ball. Like, there's sometimes when he could play the ball, a man will be through, but he just wants to take that extra touch, and because he's missed that, he has to take another one, and then go back and send it back that way. And I'm just like, that's all that could have been avoided if you had just sent it a bit quicker. Do you know what I mean? Passed it rather than held onto the ball a little bit more. So it's going to sound harsh, but I say steady, bruv.
Okay. Jeff?
Probably go with that. Like, probably someone will say throw the watch because of the price tag, but I don't think the performances he's turning in are bad. I just think it's that English media thing again, probably to a degree. Even when we were covering it, like I still think he's a top quality player. I just think it's just gonna take some time at City, man. It's not like any other team. Like, you can't just walk in there and be the man. Like, it takes a while. So I think at the moment it's steady. Like, I don't think he's turned in any horrible, shocking displays or anything like that. It's just very 6.5 out of 10ish at the moment, which it's not bad. It's just, I guess if you're a City fan or even himself, you're expecting him to turn it up for the second half of the season, and I still think it's gonna keep. I don't think he's a wide man. I just don't. I think you can do it at Villa because it's Villa. And no disrespect to Villa, he found it very easy there. He found it easy there since he was a youth man. Since he's like 19, he's been finding it easy. But realistically, I think he's a centre mid.
Yeah, I would agree. I would go steady as well. I think he's had some very, very good games, but overall, you just want more from him. And it's not a surprise. We saw Morris there first year, didn't do that well. Bernardo Silva first year, didn't do that well. So there is an element that in this City team, you have to. It takes a little bit of time to adapt. Pep don't care what you were doing at your club before. You could have been running the whole show. You have to come here now and play to the system. And that's what Grealish is not quite doing yet. He still holds on to the ball too long. It's almost like he enjoys getting fouled sometimes. It's weird. But he just needs to release it a bit quicker. Once he does that,
mini fetish guy. Ow! Oh yeah.
Like, he gets booted all the time.
Right,
he looks shocked sometimes. It's like, bro, why are you shocked that you're getting
why
kicked?
the
ball up,
people.
No, listen, we move. Grealish will step up. All right, Buendia. Let's do Buendia quick. What are we saying? Jeff, what are we saying, Buendia?
Steady for me. Villa fans probably won't agree because I know a lot of Villa fans are on his neck, but I think like on the ball he's really, really good. He works hard. He's got some persistent injury as well, so he just needs to get over that, and then I think he'll be very, very important for Villa. Steady.
Okay, Jalil.
Forward watch.
Rash.
Fraudulent watch.
Yeah,
It's a fraudulent watch.
You know what?
Yeah.
I might have to change the fraudulent watch.
I'm not.
That's funny still. Fraudulent watch.
Fraudulent watch. Listen, like,
I
and
agree.
you know what?
I agree.
And you know what it is? It's because I rate him. I rate Ben.
Yeah, that's same.
I rate my man, bro. And
Same.
when he turned down us to go to Villa,
Same.
I was acting like I weren't hurt, but man was
I
hurt.
was
still.
hurt. I was hurt.
I was like, nah, that is
hurt.
disrespectful. Do you know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
hurt. I was
And
like,
it's
I'll
kind
touch
of
his
like
idiot.
I'm like watching him with a cheeky grin sometimes now, because I'm like, yeah, we saying now. You know what I'm trying to say? He ain't too hot right now. You know what I mean? So he is good on the ball. He's good at what he's doing, but he just hasn't had a terrific start. He hasn't got out of blocks for me at the moment, and he picked up a knock, I think, already at the beginning of the season as well. It's kept him out for a game or two. But yeah, man. Yeah, he's not even playing in the position that I want to see him in. So some of the time, so it's just like, yeah, man, you're not doing the business. And it was funny seeing them play Norwich because I thought, that would have been one where he would have wanted to turn up, but they were up for it, bro. They were making sure he didn't do nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so yeah. At the moment, he's still on forward watch. I'm still waiting for him to perform.
Yeah, no, I agree. Fraud watch. Jalil, Konate.
Konate for me. We know what he's like for the future, but let's go with steady at the moment. I ain't had enough games starting, so we'll be chatting shit. Well, I'll be chatting shit. I said positive start or forward watch. I want to see a bit more from the guy, but we know he's a beast. We know what we expected of him, so I'm gonna go steady.
Yeah. Any disagreements, Rash, Jeff?
Yeah, it's not much to go off. So yeah,
he
just
ain't
say
paying
steady.
enough. He's looked decent, but let's give him more time. But he's looked steady, definitely for sure for now. Livramento, Rash, Southampton right wing back. What are we saying?
Bro, I ain't even been watching him. I'm not gonna lie.
No worries, bro. No worries. What are we saying, Jeff? Do you know any man you seen him?
Yeah, steady.
Livramento.
Livramento, yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Like a good one for the future, but also it's a few shaky games. Yeah, steady overall. Yeah, steady.
Yeah, he don't look the best defensively. I can't lie. He don't look the best defensively, but hey, Chelsea made some money out of him. Speaking of Chelsea, Lukaku's next, £100 million man. He came in. He ain't really got his way. A lot of injuries. I can't lie. So what are we saying? Obviously, Jamie's saying if you're judging signings and you have to take into account transfer fee and impact, and for 100 million, Grealish has been piss poor. I mean, I think if you're saying he's been piss poor, then you might just be looking at stats. I can't lie, because
his gameplay hasn't been poor. He hasn't played badly.
Yeah, I think if you watch him, you can't say he's been poor, but you'll say you want more from him. I don't know. I don't think that's enough for fraud watch, but I'm not. I could understand why someone would want him in forward watch, because he was 100 million and he is a forward, so you want stats.
Man, I know what Jamie's doing. Jamie's just piping it up because he knows who's going in forward watch. He knows who's going there. So he wants to get someone in there before his boy goes in there.
Hey, let's see. All right. Jalil Lukaku, what are you telling me?
Oh, God. Steady, man. Steady? I don't want to say too much of my guy, man. I don't have to hurt people's feelings. I'm steady.
Rash?
Yeah, he had a really good start, man. He was one that I made sure I had in my fantasy team because I know he's going to bang goals here in England now. You know what I mean? Based off his performances in Italy. But the injury, man, it's just messed things up. He can't even break into the team now. Getting idiot amount of minutes. Just never starts. Steady. He's not full because when he's on the pitch and he's doing his thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There might have been 1 or 2 games where he didn't do nothing at all. Didn't get any goals or anything, but one of them he got an assist in that as well. So
yeah,
I'll say steady for Lukaku.
Jeff?
Probably say the same. Like, there's been a few not so good games, but it's injuries, man. So it's gonna take a while for him to get acclimated again, man. But I can't really say he's on fraud watch or anything, because I just don't know if that's the right place to put him. I'll say steady.
Yeah, I don't think he's probably playing enough to be put on forward watch, to be honest. He's been out just a bit too long, so he's got the injury factor that he can't get his rhythm. He had a few bad games before the injuries, but I think
Yeah,
again
yeah,
he was getting used to the system, and then the injury came, so he just hasn't had a chance to get used to the system. So let's say steady for now. I think steady for now is fair. It will be very, very harsh to say fraudulent watch, but hey, some people I'm sure will say that. What we saying about Odegaard though? What we saying about Odegaard? £30 million man, Arsenal fans. You know, some of them wanted Madison for 70 million instead. So what we saying now, Rash? Where would you put Odegaard?
I'm so happy we went for Odegaard over Madison. I was one of the ones who wanted Odegaard over Madison, to be honest.
Hmm.
Um, and he had a slow start. Had a slow
Yeah,
start to me. He wasn't very effective in the games or had a heavy impact in the games.
I agree.
I preferred Smith Rowe over him in that position, number 10 position. And then he just stepped his game up. And since he stepped his game up and he's been playing, he's actually been like one of the key players in the Arsenal team that leads us to victory, leads us to the build up. His energy, his work rate, the way he doesn't give up, he's up and down the pitch. There's not a tackle that he won't go for. Do you know what I mean? He's scoring goals, he's assisting in goals. Like, what's he got? He's got like something. How many goals?
4 or 5?
Has he got 5 goals?
Might be 4 or 5, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
brilliant start, man. And considering you was a bit slow off the blocks, so I'll say he's had a positive start, and I'm just anxious to see a lot more from him.
I agree. I agree. I would have gone positive start as well. I think he started off slow, but last 5 or 6 games, he's been excellent. You can't really ask for more than what you're getting from him. He's been brilliant controlling the game from number 10. What would
Mhm.
you say, Jeff? Odegaard.
I'll probably go steady as well, you know. Think he started well, then there was a quiet spell, then there was calls for him to be dropped, and Lacazette's better in there and that kind of stuff. But I think as of recent, showed that he's the number 10 that we signed, man. Like makes the right pass, intelligent player, kind of goes under the radar a lot. Like so I don't know if he'll ever be seen as like doing the business kind of thing because I don't know if everyone will see what he's doing. But
You
Mm.
have to watch the game to
You
understand
have
him.
to watch the game.
yeah,
You have to watch the
like
game to understand him.
he's a very specific kind of player. But
Mm.
I'd say steady. It would probably be at a higher aspect of steady if there was such a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Jalil?
So I'm just trying to get some negatives off him, but I can't. When watching this guy carefully, man, he intercepts, he don't start running. I think you guys know I'm going with this. Doing the business for me, if I'm being honest with you, because the last couple of games, I've got to be real, man. I can't. And yeah, I'm gonna say it in my chest. Yeah, sometimes it might be a bit of Arsenal bias when I'm looking, and I want to see him do good, and that's all I want from any Arsenal player. Having said that, bruv, like, wow, just the stuff he does, the passes, like, I ain't seen that since Ozil, and Ozil's a master of those kind of shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how dare you pass it into two defenders off the floor
What's
like
that?
that?
How dare you?
How dare you? Disgusting. For me, he's doing the business because that's what I've been waiting for, man. I've been waiting for that hole to be filled since Ozil left, man. He's filled that hole for Arsenal, man. And he's getting. Do you know, the funny thing is, I love to see it. There's a lot of people I'm talking to from different, obviously, teams, and they're speaking about Odegaard like he's
Mm.
not trying to say he's Ozil and he's
Yeah.
he's Ozil-esque. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
A
So
lot of
for
similar
me,
traits. A lot of
too
similar
many.
traits.
And left-footed, you look better left-footed anyway. Let's be honest. But for
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
for me doing the business, man. I'm outbidded, but I have to say it in my chest and say doing the business. You know.
Yeah. I think the average works out to positive start, but I get why you would put him there, man. He's been excellent, but yeah, just positive start, I would say overall.
Fair.
Jeff, I know you got bounce, so we'll let you do this last one. Ramsdale, where you putting him?
It's between two. So it's just either doing the business or positive start. You know what? I'm gonna go doing the business. I think he's been a revelation since he's joined the team. I actually like Leno. Like I'm one of the guys that liked Leno, but there is a difference in Ramsdale and Leno, just because Ramsdale's game is not just the goalkeeping side. Like he's very vocal. He seems like a presence, and that kind of thing just settles the defense. A lot of the reason Ben White and Gabriel look good as well because they know they can go home if they have to, and they're very comfortable. Like the attack just starts again; it's kind of fluid, and he picks out some really good passes. I still think there's things that Ramsdale could get better at. Like, I'm not one of those ones where I like he's so cold, like it's that's it. The ceiling's the ceiling.
like it's complete.
But yeah, like he's looks to be a very, very solid keeper, man. If he keeps growing the way he's growing, we could have ourselves a keeper for the next 12, 13 years, man. So it's good. I like it. I'll say doing the business.
Okay, Rash.
I agree. I think Ramsdale is absolutely doing the business, and I just want to touch on something that you mentioned that because of regarding Leno. You see him when they played yesterday. A good performance from Aston, by the way. Big shout out to the man them. But there was an incident when they were playing the ball around at the back, and Leno done a little pass out, and it was short. And I was like, you see that he got saved. We got to it. Yeah, and there was no pressure, but I was just like, you see that? You're lucky because my man got it so quickly, people won't even see that. But that's the reason why you're not number one, bro. Yeah. I think Ramsdale's come, as Jeff has said, he's very vocal. He's commanding in at the back, commands the defense, he encourages the crowd, he pulls out magnificent saves. He's good off of his line, he's brilliant at delivering his ball distribution is sick. Do you know what I mean? He's definitely doing the business. As Jeff said, he's not a finished article. There's some mistakes that he does do and little things that he needs to sharpen up on, especially with the extravagant saves for no reason. He just doesn't need to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, catch the ball.
Yeah,
bro,
that's my
funny, bro.
Yeah,
that's my problem with him.
I actually laugh when he does it because
That
it's
pisses me off.
it's like watching my little brother or something in the park just doing a madness for no reason. It's just brother, it's like brother, chill. It's funny, but yeah, those little things just sort it out. But yeah, man, he's doing the business right now. Happy with Ramsdale. Big signing.
Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat. You know, when you've got a good player in your team, when United fans attack him, you know what I mean, and compare him. So for me, you really know what time it is doing the business, man. He could get Golden Glove. If I'm not mistaken, I'll just actually checking it quickly. He's sitting in third with Mendy at the moment with eight clean sheets this season. The only people that are above him, obviously, I'd have to say it, but
yeah,
you've got
Edison, I'm sure.
Edison and Allison.
Correct. So yeah. So and he's only two off the top. So it could happen. You know, he could get joined. But for me, if you're doing that at this point of the season and you've got eight already, it is what it is. So boy.
No worries. Jeff had to slide out for football. Or we keep it moving. Smash the likes, people. Who we got next? We got Romero, the Argentinian centre back for Tottenham. They signed him on loan, I think, with an option to buy. There was a lot of hype around him, actually. I don't think he's done that great. Rash, what would you give Romero?
Who?
Oh yeah, that says it all. Romero, Christian Romero, the Argent. They signed him from Atalanta, fam.
Did he play in their last game?
He's hardly played. And when he has, he ain't no great. I can't lie.
I don't know.
Bro,
I'm
kind of say cut your losses because if we ain't seen much of him already, it means that they don't need him. See you later, bro. You might as well say bye, fam.
Bro, I'm gonna put him on full watch. It's worrying for me. You can't play above Eric Dyer, but
it's weird. I mean, if he's not injured and he can't get into the Spurs squad, that's.
No, he's injured. He's injured.
Is he injured? Okay.
He's injured. Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't have a real opinion.
It's tough. I mean, when he's played, he ain't been good. I can't lie about.
Yeah, I'll say forward watch. I watched him at last season. He did really well, and I was gutted when Spurs signed him. So for me, at the moment, he ain't done nothing. So how could you even say steady? So for forward watch, he's getting pots, man. It's not enough.
Yeah, let's say steady because he ain't playing enough games. Next up, we got CR7. Obviously, fairy tale return to the club, 18 million. I think he's got like 7 or 8 goals in the Prem. He saved them in the Champions League, but the Champions League doesn't get accounted for here. This is only Premier League. So, Jalil, CR7, where would you put him?
Doing the business, man. We've got to be real. We've got to be real, man. He's only been brought on for one thing. That's to be a fox in the box and get them goals. And it's not only Champions League he saved them with those last minute goals. It's been in the Prem as well, bro.
Yeah, he's done.
And to be, I'm not even being funny, but United have been playing piss poor, especially with Ollie being in charge, and he's still getting goals. Let's be real now. For me, he's doing the business, man. He's meant to drop off. We're meant to clown him. We're meant to clown him hard as well. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro. For me, he's doing the business, man. He's up there. You get it.
Okay. Rash, Ronaldo, what are you saying?
John, Ronaldo, what are you saying?
I mean, I could put him on fraudulent watch, but
what?
Nah. I'm gonna put.
When is it a bad game? When is it a bad game?
I'm gonna put. He's had a lot of bad games. I'm gonna put him in I'm gonna put him in positive start because I've been a bit harsh on him. He is 36. He is an old man, but he still does score goals. And as much as I love Ronaldo, I think I'd love to put him in doing the business, but I just can't do it. I gotta be honest with what I'm seeing. I'm gonna say positive start. So there you go. There you have it, Rash. Well, what would you put him?
No, seriously. I'd agree. The reason why I would is because I think my expectancy was a bit too high of what I was gonna see. Like, especially that he did all right in Italy as well. You just think, man's gonna come back and be doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? And you're just like, you can't even take on a guy. You can't even beat a guy. Or, bro, that shot was so far wide. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things you just would never ever come out your mouth when and Ronaldo in the same sentence. You're just like, fam. So you're just like, okay, maybe he's just been hired to be the fox in the box that he has been being, and well done for that. He's been banging in goals. He's been banging in vital goals for them to keep them in competitions, keep them in the whereabouts and in the know in the top 5, top 6. You know what I mean? It has been from his goals off the bat. My expectancy has hurt me a little bit, so that's why I can't say doing the business, because to me that's not Ronaldo doing the business. But he's had a positive start. Considering this is the new Ronaldo, the new age Ronaldo, he's had a positive start for me.
I'd agree with that. I think that's well explained. I can't lie. The packs are saying, "LOL, how is Ramsdale doing the business and Ronaldo not there?"
We didn't even finish yet. Chill.
I think it's an expectation thing as well. None of us expected Ramsdale to do as well as he's done. We didn't even know he was going to be number 1. We thought he would be the backup, but he's come in. He's doing his thing. He's been consistent. He's clearly made an impact to the morale of the team. So, I think Ramsdale exceeded his expectation. And Ronaldo's Ronaldo. So, he is still the highest paid player in the Prem. So, I know that comes with commercial stuff too. But, you still expect a little bit in the all-around play a bit more. He's scoring the goals, but again, positive start is not a bad thing because United have been so bad that for him to still be there probably says something about him as a player, that he doesn't really let his own standards drop. So, but man.
And like even Jamie said, there's a lot of factors that we're taking into consideration as well. Man. The his cost, the expectancy from the player. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Their past track record, and it all counts. It all counts.
100%. We got Sancho next. £73 million man. Nah, he didn't start well at all. He's come on a little bit last couple of weeks. Jalil, man, what are you saying? You ready to be kind? Sancho, your guy, London guy. What are you saying?
If he didn't leave off obviously until United had to go for that COVID break, if he didn't do the stuff he did, nobody can tell me he shouldn't be on forward watch. I don't care how much time you want to give him. But for me, after seeing what he's doing, and it's a bit unfair that he got dropped for England as well in the spite of things. In my opinion, he's still got more goals than Kane, but Kane will never be dropped. But we won't go there. For me, he's going to be in steady. I won't say too much on him because steady.
Rash.
I like Sancho, and I tipped Sancho to be the player to watch this season. I said he's going to have a poor start, probably because he's going to be trying to fit in, but then he's going to take off and he's going to just do what Sancho does. And I've been slightly disappointed because I was arguing about him not having the game time, and then he did have the game time, and he just wasn't shining. Wasn't shining. Do you know what I mean? And he would do things, but not in the areas and the things that you know him for and that what you want to see. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Jalil's right. If it wasn't for the last 2 games that they had before they had to cut their losses because of COVID, he would have been on forward watch. I'm very disappointed with what I've seen so far. But what I've seen since the takeover of the new manager, or should I say, even when Carrick took over, from that point on, I saw Sancho, and he's done well. So I'm gonna say steady, anticipating a lot more to come in January.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go steady for those exact same reasons too. I'm sure there's a lot more to come from him. Saul Niguez, Chelsea going on loan.
Oh man,
I can't lie. For me, this is the only guy I'm going. Cut your losses. For me, he's
What?
out of bounds.
Nah.
I think he's been awful. I can't lie.
Oh
I think
man.
he's been dreadful, bro. I know he's on loan, but he's got to go back. But again, that's my opinion. What are you about saying? Rashford, what you say?
Look, and look, I'm not a guy to usually judge a player because of their injuries. That's usually Jalil, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But it took a long time to get over your injuries, you know what I'm trying to say, like a very long time. That might not be your fault. Hey, it happened. I'm sorry. I gotta judge you by it. You know what I mean? Now you've come back and you have made a few performances. Bro, who are you? That is not Saul, bruv.
No,
That's not him. I know that's not him. Yeah, that's a clone. It's a fraud. He's a bruv. I don't think we're gonna see him. We're not gonna see Saul, bruv. Not that Saul that I know. I think they should cut their losses. I reckon they'll be heading back at the end of the season, possibly even January, bruv.
Could be. So what do you say? Cut your losses or fraud?
Cut your losses. I haven't seen anything good from him yet.
I ain't seen nothing good from him at all. Do you know what would you have put him?
I thought it was steady. Let's give him a bit of time, but you both make a good point, man. I can't knock you boys for that, man. But yeah, I would have gone steady still.
Yeah. All right, you're more generous than us.
You are.
Wait, Sancho was bought for 72 and has 2 goals with minimal impact. Ronaldo was bought for 80 million and has been the result. We have won 50% of the games we have won. He's got 6 goals in 5 Champions League games.
We're not doing Champions League though.
We can't do Champions League, unfortunately.
Yeah, but what is he saying, that he should be doing the business? Or are you saying that Sancho should be cut?
He's saying, how can Ben White and Ronaldo be on the same level? I mean,
look, I didn't think Ben White should have been there, but you man did.
That was, to be fair, I don't mind bringing Ben White down to steady.
No, because you know what it is. Them man there, but you man there did put up a good argument. You know what I'm trying to say, to why he should be there. I think I was the only one who said steady.
Yeah, you were the only one that said steady for him. So I don't know, man. I just think Ronaldo, we can't. I just don't think you can say Ronaldo's doing the business because it's not. But again, maybe I'm judging.
You know what it is? He's doing the business compared to the other United players, and we can't base it off of that. I'm sorry, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. That's fair. So, yeah, I know it looks funny. Ronaldo's on the same row as Odegaard, Ben White, Damari Gray, but hey, football's not that simplistic sometimes. All right. So Saul Niguez goes and cut your losses. All right, let's wrap it up real quick. So just make it very, very quick. Jalil Somare from Leicester ain't really played much, to be honest.
Steady.
Yeah, Rash.
Yes, steady as well.
Yeah. Tomiyasu, Rash.
He's doing the business, my guy.
Okay, Jalil.
Oh mate, I can't. How can I argue with that? Look. Nobody, not one person has had him in his pocket throughout the whole game. His toughest game was against Brighton. Yeah, that guy's been with a lot of people, and that's his toughest game. So, it's a bit mad. I'm gonna go doing the business as well.
Yeah, I would have gone positive to start just only because the offensive side to his game is horrible. But
I wouldn't say horrible.
Maybe not horrible. Maybe not horrible. Horrible is Wan-Bissaka level, so I'm gonna take that back. It's not good. But defensively, I can't lie, he is very impressive.
Oh, attacking. I thought you
defensively.
said defensively. Sorry. I thought
No,
you
no, no,
said
no, 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 no,
defensively.
no, no.
So sorry.
Defensively, he's very good.
Mm,
Defensively,
mm,
covers well. He's strong, lot of energy, a good temperament.
mm,
Defensively, I like him a lot. It's just
mm.
going forward.
He's not all that.
He's pretty bad. That's the only reason why I would have said positive start. But I ain't mad at doing the business again. It's 12 million, I think, from a Serie A team. No expectations. Some people were even laughing at us when we signed him.
I
So
was.
again, he's outweighing expectations. So doing the business, hey, I don't think that's a mad one. But again, people might see two Arsenal man at the top, say this is biased. But hey, it is what it is.
Is what it
Um,
is.
it is
It
what it is.
is what it is.
Wait, so if Ronaldo was a nobody and did what he did, would he be doing the business? Are you judging him based on his old self? Yeah, I am. I'm
Yeah,
judging
yeah,
him based off his old
yeah. And
self.
I said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Expectancy is a
LOL,
lot.
what the hell? Tomiyasu doing the business? Nah, man, what the hell? Yeah.
Well, you ain't seen that. You ain't seen that, Pactor. You ain't seen that.
Hey, Tomiyasu could give Neymar a game right now, fam. I can't
Hey,
lie.
bro. He has been putting in real good shifts, and I can't complain.
Yeah, man. All right, Rash, Varane.
Oh, poor guy. Steady.
Yeah, Jalil.
Yeah, steady.
Yeah, too many injuries, and when he played, he was just steady. So Varane, and then Jalil Willock.
I was gonna put him forward watch, but he hasn't
Yeah,
been doing anything.
Yeah, Jalil, that's the right place, bro.
I don't want to put him forward watch though.
He
That's
is,
my
bro.
guy.
You just gotta do it, man.
If I put Ings in there, I got to put him just because of how he played for them last season. He's their top goal scorer in terms of midfield.
Yeah.
And this year, has he got a goal yet?
No.
Yeah, he's got to go forward watch. And I'm not a stats man, but we haven't seen him do anything else, so I have to go by stats if that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah. You're gonna go forward, yeah?
You have to, bro.
No worries. Rash.
Man, it's a damn shame what they did to Willock over at Newcastle, man. It's a damn shame because he's playing poor, bro.
He's playing
And they must be
bad.
thinking, who is this guy,
Yeah,
bro? He's just
bro. I don't know who that guy was from last year, fam.
yeah, fraudulent watch. I know what he can do. So there is hope, but yeah, man, damn shame.
Yeah, damn shame. Kurt Zuma. Rash signed for 30 million from Chelsea by West Ham. What are you saying? Where do you think he belongs? He's been pretty good.
I think he's had a positive start. He's been pretty solid. He's been pivotal to West Ham's success and them achieving what they are doing. Do you know what I mean? So I'll put him in a positive start. He's been very solid for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Angelo?
Yeah, I can't argue with what Rash just said, man. I echo what he just said there.
Yeah. All right, so that's the whole list because obviously the Courier was actually lost the year prior. So just gonna round it up. So we've got in cut your losses, we've got Saul Niguez. On fraudulent watch, we've got Danny Ings, Emerson Royale, Buendia, and Joe Willock. A lot of man on steady, we've got Leon Bailey, Dakar, Edward, Grealish, Konate, Livramento, Lukaku, Romero, Sancho, Samari, and Varane. On positive start, we've got Ben White, Damari Gray, Odegaard, Ronaldo, and Zuma. And only three man on doing the business, and that's Dennis, Ramsdale, and Tomiyasu. So in that case, since we've only got three at the top, before we go, Jalil, who has been your signing of the summer from those three?
Man, I'm gonna have to say it, man, because if you look at all last season, and every time Arsenal wasn't doing well, what was the question? Why is Bellerin here? Or what right back? Or Cedric Jim playing right back? Right back was always discussed right the whole season, other than Xhaka, and even though he's doing better now. But for me, Tomiyasu, because he's filling the void, he's been solid. And yeah, man, he's the reason why we got a lot of clean sheets as well, man. We've got 8 clean sheets for a reason, and that's not to diss anyone else, but he's doing the business for me, man. I've got to be honest.
Okay, so Tomiyasu, Jalil signing of the summer, Rash.
Yeah, so I was having this conversation in one of my other groups, and we was like trying to see which one it was out of Tomiyasu and Ramsdale because Tomiyasu has just cemented the back line for Arsenal and just made it into a defense. You know what I'm trying to say? And he's exceeded the expectancy because I was laughing at him. He's not even a right back. He's not even
Yeah,
a centre back. No one
yeah,
don't even want him. I
yeah,
was listening, and I
yeah,
was just listening. I'm just thinking, bro, this guy cannot be replaced. Even when Cedric just said, I don't want to see Cedric again,
yeah.
bro.
No, no,
I've
no, no.
never in my
I
life.
agree. The
I'm too
drop off
used to
now
seeing,
is huge.
yeah,
The
just too
drop off
used to
is
seeing
massive.
this guy's quality and his ability. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see Cedric there anymore. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, Ramsdale though, man, he's been brilliant. Like he to me has been the settling thing at Arsenal and what they actually needed for the back line. But always with controversy, I'm going for Tomiyasu.
Okay. So Tomiyasu's, I'm not mad at that one. I'll just go for Dennis only because it's for Watford, and if
Mm.
it wasn't for him, they might already be down because Watford started the season very bad, and he was kind of helping them. And obviously against Man United, he was the star of the show. But Tomiyasu has defensively been excellent, and the fact that he plays on the side of Ben White, I think, is he helps Ben White a lot as well. And he's very. I've yet to see him properly get ripped. I know he struggled against Brighton, but in terms of actually properly getting ripped, ain't quite happened yet. So, but yeah, man. But yeah, that rounds off the show. It's been good to go through the summer signings actually, in terms of reminding ourselves of who actually was bought in the summer and how people are doing. Kind of gives a good reflection on the season so far. So yeah, man, I'm sure people will have some complaints about where people are, but I think when people look at our final list, they will understand the full process behind it. So yeah, man. Still 5 people in the building. Make sure to smash the likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Obviously, share with your friends, relatives, as always. I think the next round of fixtures is going to be on Boxing Day. So that's the Sunday. So we'll be back on the 27th on Monday with the review show. And always, as always, when we have Mondays, we also have Rash's Monday thoughts as well, just to like kind of bring us up to speed on some of the many issues going on around the world. But I guess for now, from everyone at RBT, obviously enjoy the rest of your evenings, and for everyone celebrating the Christmas holidays, make sure you enjoy the holiday with your loved ones, your close ones, and don't forget about all those people that unfortunately do not have that benefit to be with anyone on Christmas Day. So keep them in your thoughts too, and yeah, just make sure you have a good time and you stay healthy and safe. But until then, peace and love. We're out. Peace.
Salam.
Peace.